good. We'll give it one more minute.
Jay, you're starting the recording on WebEx, right? You have to start
Yeah.
the WebEx recording. Thanks.
Stated.
Rainy today, huh? Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the, welcome back to the council.
Yeah.
I think we're going to start. Jay, we all set? I'm going to call this town council meeting to order. Welcome, everybody, to our town council meeting for Monday, June 14th, Flag Day. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Valerie DiPaolo. Here. William Dietzick.
Here.
Tom Lombardi.
Here.
James Morelli.
Here.
Christopher Palmieri.
Here.
Christopher Poulos.
Here.
Paul Chaplinsky.
Here.
Michael Del Santo.
Present.
Victoria Triano.
Thank you. I am here. Let's stand for the prayer followed by our flag salute. And we'll also offer a moment of silence at the end of the flag salute for our military who have died in the line of duty as we gathered for Memorial Day just last week. And so let's remember to do that. We didn't do it last time. So go ahead, Val.
Heavenly Father, give us grace tonight to understand that the impact we make upon this community is not just for today, but for the generations who will follow us. Help us to do what is right and, if need be, courageous. We commit ourselves, our decisions, and the town of Southington under your care. Amen.
And join me for the flag salute, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Stands one nation.
I have a motion on the minutes from the previous meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve, Madam Chair.
Second, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Chris and Mike. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'll abstain, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I was going to ask for abstentions. Any other corrections or deletions? Hearing none. Passes with one abstention. Right. Thank you. Councilperson's communication. Could I have some communication, please?
Hi, Madam Chair.
Paul?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I'd like to just send out a congratulations to some of the police officers in the Southington Police Department on some recent promotions that were announced. If I can just go through a few of the
Sure.
names, that would be wonderful. So Master Sergeant Stephen Chaffone being promoted to Lieutenant. Sergeant Brian Lepard being promoted to Master Sergeant. Officer Justin Burke to being promoted to Sergeant. Officer Matthew Vose to being promoted to Sergeant. And Officer Christy Rochette to Sergeant, which is a great honor because the 2B Sergeant is going to be the first female supervisor in Southington Police Department history. So an extra congratulations is
Absolutely.
in order there. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to, I feel like I've done this several times over the last few years, but I want to send a huge congratulations to the Class LL state champion Southington girls softball team. They played in West Haven this past Saturday, June 12th, and they beat Fairfield Ludlow 4-3 on a game-winning hit from Jasmine Lassane. So the softball program is just phenomenal in Southington. We all know that. And I do have some further comments on the softball program later on in the meeting that I would like to share. And I believe Chairwoman Triano will be working with some other members of the council to present a proclamation to the softball program at a future meeting.
Yes, that is correct.
So, thank you.
Chris Palmieri called me and he's working on the proclamation, and Val's gonna also, Val, did you play softball in high school?
I did not, no.
No.
I played tennis in the spring.
I know that you were very active
Yeah.
in athletics, so very
So
good.
I'd like to ask, Madam Chair, if we could, the banquet is next Tuesday,
Okay.
and it would be really nice, everybody will be there, the players, coaches, parents. I thought it would be really nice if the proclamation could be done at the banquet.
Well, that would be very nice. My thought was, and I don't care one way or the other, but it would be very nice to invite the softball team here so that it would be an official kind of town giving of the proclamation. If,
I just don't know that you'll have everybody there on that
Yeah,
night for the
yeah.
banquet, and it's a big night
Um,
for them. And
well, let's you and I talk about it after the meeting, if that's okay. It's nice when all the council people are here too, you
Right,
know.
council members can certainly come for the
Yeah.
first few,
Yeah.
can come to be at
We'll
the
see.
banquet to present.
We'll,
so-
we'll talk, but we're all in agreement that it's well-deserved.
Yeah.
So however we get it to them, we'll do it. Very good. Anybody else,
Madam
Mike?
Chair, I have a couple of items.
Sure.
I had the honor, along with you and Mr. Chaplinsky a couple of weeks ago, to go to the Memorial Day event down at the American Legion. I understand that they went out to all of the town parks early in the morning, like a half an hour, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30. All the town parks, and did a little ceremony at each park. And then they had a wonderful ceremony down at the American Legion, which is always an excellent time. It's very solemn. They do a great job down at the American Legion between that and Veterans Day. I go a couple times a year. I'm sorry, it was the cemeteries, not the parks. Did I say parks?
Yeah,
No, cemeteries. Sorry, big difference.
It's okay.
But yeah, so that was wonderful. And then one last thing, the Southington Chamber of Commerce is having their restaurant week from June 20th to June 26th. You can go on the Southington Chamber of Commerce website and find out there's close to 2 dozen restaurants that are going to be participating. Make sure we shop local and eat local for the Southington Restaurant Week.
Very good.
Ma-
Yes?
Madam Chair, I did forget to mention one thing. A few weeks ago, I did receive a call from a resident, and I did promise that I would bring the conversation up. And I know that we've had lengthy discussions about the auto thefts going on in the state, and what could the town do? What could the town not do? And the resident was fully aware of our limited capacity to take action. But he wanted me to share with the council that this person on their street, the neighbors, they're very frustrated. Actually, a state trooper lives on the street, and there's been a minor who has gone through cars, and they've been caught and released 4 times. So I expressed that we can't really do anything else other than continue the conversation. And I think we're all in agreement that there's a problem out there, and we should continue that conversation. Not just, because we did a proclamation a few months ago to the state, but it's an ongoing issue, and we want to encourage residents to lock your doors, take valuables out of the cars, all the stuff that we can control. We want to continue to promote that. So I just wanted to get that out there from the resident. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Chris?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Just a quick follow-up with what Tom just said. I mean, this is an ongoing problem, and we've said at this on this dais or via Zoom that there's 3 things we could do: promote awareness, give our police force, our local police force, more capacity to deal with it, more patrol people, and we could engage our state legislators. We have not done that yet. We had a meeting that got canceled. I think that we need to communicate that we need to get these state legislators involved. We
Yeah.
need to get them here.
Yeah.
Okay? We said we're going to do that.
Yep.
All right? And then they canceled.
Well, they were in session at that
Yeah.
time, and that was one of the reasons.
The
So,
perfect
yeah,
time
absolutely. I
the
think
perfect
that's
time
fine.
to engage them so they could bring
Absolutely.
information to us when it's fresh. So those are the 3 things, though. I think that we need to continue to message from this council.
It's extremely frustrating for them, I know, up at the state, because they hear the same phone calls we do. They talk to the same constituents that we do. So it's very
Yeah,
frustrating.
I'd like to,
Has to be
I'd
a
like to
change at
see
the
them,
Yeah.
even after the session, which is not as ideal, I'd like to see some follow through on that meeting.
Yeah.
The one thing I had prepared that I wanted to bring forward, we also all got a, email, I think it was today, from a resident, from Mr. Nick Rinaldi, about, the wildlife challenges they're having in his neighborhood on, Farming Berry Drive. And, today I had some time, I looked through, he provided a lot of wealth of information, a letter describing several close calls, some anecdotes from people in his neighborhood involving children. He had, multiple newspaper articles, several, ordinances from different communities around Connecticut as examples of what people are doing. I don't know if that is those ordinances or the language in those ordinances is the path we need to follow. But Madam Chair, maybe this council can instruct our ordinance committee to take a look at this. I don't know. I think we could do that, Bill, right?
Well, I think that in Mr. Rinaldi's case, I've had our animal control officer last year to go out.
Sure, yeah.
And there's a lot of variables in that situation. And so at that time, we felt that it was better left the way it is, because there were so many variables involved after our animal control officer investigated.
So, Madam Chair, if I can, sending town staff up to take a look at something is different than considering policy. And
Thank you
so,
for that. Yes, I'm aware of
and
that.
so I just think it's, heck, they put together a petition and, with a lot of thoughtful information. We have an ordinance committee. Why can't they do a quick landscape analysis of communities like Southington and get back to the resident with like a rationale for or for not policy? I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
appropriate.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to give you an opportunity to speak. Thank you during during public communication. Thank you.
I just want to
Yeah.
respond real quick. So I don't think the procedure work. I mean, I am the chair of the ordinance committee. I don't think I can just take issues up. That'd be a lot of power, but I think it comes from the council or the chair to the committee. Is that correct?
Yes.
It goes from the council, the town attorney, and the town attorney is the staff person who staffs the ordinance committee. That's correct.
So, I don't know. I think out of respect for those residents, maybe we can start that process. I'd like to suggest that. I think it's worthy of the following that process.
So, yeah, well, that would be fine. We can discuss it a little more later if we want to, and then we can decide if we're going to go forward. And I'm not prepared yet to refer it to the ordinance committee this evening. But certainly, we can discuss it further, and then we can come to a consensus on that.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Anybody else? I just have a couple of, Val, go ahead.
So I have a few things. I just want to mention the Pride events were very successful. The flag raising ceremony, I just wanted to thank Councilor Dietzick and Councilor Palmieri for being there at the flag raising ceremony and showing support. And wanted to thank the town manager again for all his help and his staff. And I wanted to thank Annette Turnquist again for her staff and all her help. The second thing is the Martin Luther King mural project is moving forward. And they've gotten quite a bit of numbers registering for the community information session. So that information session is this Wednesday night at 5:30. It's at SoCA. You can register, you could attend if they haven't filled the spots yet, or you can participate virtually. So, and I believe the Rise Up organization will be there this Wednesday to talk about, you know, how the community can have input and participation creating the mural.
Okay, very good.
So
Thank you.
that's, and yeah, the third thing is I was able to attend the softball game, and it's such a testament to this program that they have been to the state finals 24 times, and they have won 19 of those state titles. So it was an unbelievable game. down 3-2 going into the bottom of the seventh on a walk-off by Jazz. They win the game 4-3. Fairfield Ludlow is a very good team, just the way it should be for a final. So, yeah, just absolutely great. I would like to give a special thank you to Chief Daly and Deputy Chief Palmieri, because I called them as soon as the game was over and asked if they'd coordinate a police escort, from the highway to the high school. And they did that. So that was really nice that they did that. The girls and the coaches really appreciated it.
That was great.
So yeah,
very
good stuff.
Hey, Chris, do you have anything?
Yes, I do. A couple items to share. First of all, for our residents, graduation is this Friday. So congratulations to all our graduating seniors. I don't know where this year went, but graduation will be at the high school this year. A somewhat normal ceremony, not totally returning to normal, but a little bit closer than certainly last year. If anyone's interested, the time is different. It's an hour earlier than in the past year, so that's important to know for the graduation ceremony at the high school on Friday. Also, to honor our graduating seniors for the second time, there will be a senior graduation parade tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. from the high school. This is to honor our graduating seniors as well. Some of us may know some graduating seniors and will probably be part of that event tomorrow. So again, congratulations to our seniors. Those are some great events. Speaking of seniors, I had the pleasure of attending along with Val and Vicky, and we were honored for the first time to present on behalf of the entire town council to our graduating seniors that are joining a branch of the military.
Yes.
So there were 5 members this year. This took place at the Back 9 on May 27th. And again, on behalf of the entire council, we presented council citations to Jacob Cipriano, who's joining the Air Force Academy, Jackson Gilroy, who's joining the United States Air Force, Hunter Masiokis, who's joining the United States Navy, Jan Belislenko, who's going into the Air National Guard, and Alexa Zakinski, who's going into the United States Army, the U.S. Military Academy at West Point.
This point. Awesome.
So,
Two on going into
absolutely.
training, and being a woman going into West Point is quite a wonderful
It was
thing.
pretty prestigious.
good.
So again, on behalf of the council, we presented them citations, and it was great to honor them then, and they'll of course be recognized at graduation. And last, I'd like to once again just congratulate Superintendent Cannellan, who attended his last Board of Ed meeting. I had right in this place last Thursday. It was their first in-person meeting, but that was his last meeting as the superintendent of schools for Southington Schools. So congratulations to him in his retirement.
Yeah, it was great to be there too.
Oh, that's right.
Hear
You were
all
there
the
with, that's right.
accolades and everything. It was terrific. Yeah, we certainly do wish Mr. Cannellan the very best, and his wife, and best wishes for the upcoming superintendent. So it's
Absolutely.
great. I just have a couple of things. I was honored to be at the Connecticut Chiefs of Police Foundation at the AquaTurf and welcome them to Southington on behalf of the entire community. It was quite an event. There were over 350 police chiefs and their designees, many tables and everything. And also, I had the opportunity to be with the Unico as they honor the top 25 graduating seniors as their tradition every year at the AquaTurf. That was wonderful and very, very, it was just, it makes your heart good to see all of these great things happening and happening. I also want to let everybody know, we, in terms of John DeMello, Mrs. DeMello contacted the office, and we wanted to dedicate the Veterans Office to John, but we wanted to make sure that his son was available. And so she requested that we do it on July 16th, which is a Friday. Please, everybody put it down, July 16th, rather, which is a Friday at 2:00. And his son will be here, and the plaque is being made. And we will honor John for all of his diligence and his heart and compassion for our veterans over the years. And it was his passion, and it carried over his whole life. It was just
Madam Chair,
amazing.
did you say 2 PM?
2 p.m., yes. So I think that's all I have. Good stuff going on. Thank you, everybody, for participating so much in the community. It's terrific to have that opportunity to represent the council in all different aspects of our lives. So, all right, let's move. Anything else? We're going to just move right in to our energy consultant presentation, item number 4.
Thank you, Madam
So,
Chair.
thank you, Mr. Town Manager.
Okay. I'd like to, before I introduce, obviously, Annette Turnquist, our Director of Public Works. As most of you know, we have had a contract with 2 separate energy consultants, where this is the second one we've had. Every year, we try and update you on that. Obviously, last year was a little bit difficult with our virtual meetings, but this is the first one we've had probably in about 14 months. So we wanted to update you on our energy projects, where they are the up to expectations. So Mrs. Turnquist will start off, and we have our energy consultants on WebEx. You got the
Good evening. It's nice to see all of you in person collectively. I've seen each of you here and there, but this is nice. It almost feels normal. As Mark mentioned, we have an energy update for you tonight. We're joined virtually by Alberio Energy. I believe they've been our consultant for 3 years now. Specifically, we have Matthew Wheatley, and I believe we also have Laura Bacon. I think I see her on the screen up there. And they're going to discuss with you our electric, natural gas, and fuel supply. They're going to get into the performance of our solar, our energy performance contracting project, our biopower, and also our fuel cell. And then finally, they'll touch on future considerations. We'll begin their brief presentation, and then we'll have time at the end for questions. Okay, thank you. Okay, do we need to? Okay. Matt, can you hear us? Can you share our screen? And you might be muted.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
That's good.
Who's the other person?
This one right here. She gave us a thumbs up, so I think she can hear us okay.
But she's still muted.
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
She's got to unmute. Share his screen.
And I can hear you. I can hear you guys, I think.
Can you hear us talking?
Laura, can you hear it when I talk?
Can you hear us?
You should be able to hear us. Matt, can you hear
Yeah,
us?
I can hear you.
But we can't hear him.
Can you hear me?
His phone.
Does he think the voice is coming through his phone?
Can you speak?
Can you hear me now?
He's talking to us or talking on the phone.
I can definitely hear you guys,
Should be-
and I can hear Laura. But I'm not sure you can hear me.
We don't hear you, Matt.
Jay, how about, do you have to unmute the host line?
Laura, can you hear us? Can you call Matt?
It's not really a problem on our side.
Okay, she's calling Matt. Because I don't know if he's hearing us or hearing his phone conversation.
Well,
I can hear
Oh,
you.
he does hear us.
he shouldn't need his
I
phone.
hear
though.
you. For some
Yeah.
reason, you're unable to hear
I
me.
can hear
It's all on
you.
our speaker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hold on.
We're
I'm
not
gonna
hearing
try
you
this.
though,
I'm
Matt.
gonna call you, okay? And I'm gonna have you on speaker. Keep unmuted.
Laura, can they hear you?
They can hear me.
Okay.
I don't hear neither one of them.
Oh, wait, can you hear me, Annette?
Hang on a sec. Let me call Annette now.
Can he call in on WebEx?
Tried that.
Okay.
He's on his phone.
That's the,
Either one can talk, that's the problem.
oh,
Something's wrong with our
Hold on,
speakers.
I'll go on.
Host anymore.
Jay, I can hear you guys talking. I'm on the line now.
Yeah, did you take the host role away? Because I'm not host here anymore.
No, no, I see.
It says you're the host.
Yeah, you know what? When I called in, it switched it over.
Can you hear me now? Hello, Townsend.